What happened when the parents who treated you like a slave suddenly needed your help? My parents raised me in a very transactional way. When I was 5, I had to clean their bedroom and change their bed sheets because they bought my food. When I started school, they made me mow the lawn and plant flowers all day in the summer heat. I still remember their words: "We're paying your school fees and buying all your school supplies. This is the least you can do." I had to pay them back in action for everything they were doing. I went along with it because I thought all families were like that. If I wanted to use shampoo or hygiene products, I needed to massage my parents' legs and back until they said they were satisfied. I was cooking my own dinner by the time I was 8 and had to mop, vacuum, do the laundry, clean toilets, and scrub baseboards, all with harsh chemicals. By the time I turned into an adult, I had realized that what my parents were doing was anything but the norm. I stood up to them, asking them to pick up some slack around the house, after which they straight up kicked me out. I had to live on a friend's couch while working part-time and saving up for an apartment. Now I'm 29 and I got a call from my parents on my birthday. It wasn't to wish me a happy birthday, however, and instead they started off with, "Your father is thinking of getting a dental surgery soon. When do you think you'll be able to send over the cash?" I asked them why I would be sending them any money, and they said it's because I'm their daughter and it's my duty. So I went, "When will you be coming to my house and cleaning the floors?" They raised their voice and asked, "What does that have to do with anything?" I spent the next 5 minutes pointing out their hypocrisy. I told them how they had treated me when I was a child, and I had to scrub the bathtub just so I could use my pad. Then I told them, "I don't care if you want a surgery or need help with expenses. I'm never sending you a single dollar until you come to my apartment and start washing the dishes." My parents lost it. They started calling me ungrateful, said they had sacrificed a lot to raise me, and I should thank them for not terminating me while I was in the womb. I replied, "Okay, fine, I'll send you the money." Then I put the phone down and sent them an envelope with a single dollar and a letter that explained how that was me paying them back for not terminating me inside the womb. When my parents received the letter, I knew they'd be angry, but nothing prepared me for what happened next. My doorbell rang a bunch of times and there was loud, rapid knocking. I barely opened the door before my mother shoved it fully open, entering with my dad. "You ungrateful brat. How dare you humiliate us?" My mother screamed and shoved the dollar in my face. "You think this is funny? You owe us everything. Your entire life." I yelled back, "I owe you nothing. Every scrap of food and clothing you gave came with a price." My dad scoffed and said I should be begging for their forgiveness. When I yelled back, "You never wanted a child, you wanted a servant," my mom slapped me. I was so shocked, but I kept standing my ground and shouted, "Get out or I'm calling the police." My dad claimed I didn't have the guts, so with no hesitation I called 911. Even as I talked and explained the situation, my parents didn't budge, probably too proud and thinking they'd be able to talk their way out of this. But then the officers arrived and they took my statement first, even if my parents kept shouting that I was lying and calling me useless. My cheek was bruised from her slap, so that was sufficient evidence for them to arrest my mom for assault, but also trespassing. My parents resisted, screaming that it was all lies, claiming they were the victims. My mother shrieked hysterically as she was handcuffed. "You can't arrest us. She's our daughter." Now they're in jail and no one wants to bail them out because they haven't come to our house to wash the dishes first.